Good afternoon, my dear brothers and sisters. After a number of days, I'm back with some important topic. Difference between ICT education and ICT in education. It's often seen that most of the people often keep some mistaken notions on different academic terms. Similarly, most of us keep some mistaken notions on these two topics or on these two terms, ICT education and ICT in education. Just as we keep some mistaken notions on the concepts such as learning a language and learning about a language. Learning a language is different from learning about language. Learning a language is the process of acquiring a particular language for using to communicate in our day-to-day life situations. But learning about a language is to know something about that language, to know the history of that language, to know the origin of that language, the etymological origin of that language, to know something about the literary works written in that particular language, to criticize, to judge the beauty of a particular literary piece in that language. To be a scholar who knows each and everything about that particular language. And this process is learning about language. But as we told earlier, learning a language is different. Learning a language is just practicing, communicating in that language and acquiring that particular language. And for learning a language, you need not to know anything about the history of that language. You need not to know anything about the literary pieces written in that language. You need not to know any rules and regulations, the grammatical rules and regulations in that particular language. You should only know how to make use of accurate grammar and accurate sentence patterns in your communication. So learning a language is just acquiring that language by practicing. And learning about language is a different concept. And similarly, ICT education is different from ICT in education. If you look at or if you make a close look at the terms, it's very easy to understand. ICT education means an education given to a person to make him aware of different aspects of information and communication technology. So ICT education means to know about the origin of ICT, to know about the history of ICT, to know about different aspects of information and communication technology. For example, if you are doing a course or like computer engineering or some course in some computer programming or some course in web designing, it's a part of ICT education. But ICT in education is a different concept. ICT in education is utilizing the possibilities of modern information and communication technology in the field of education. That is to make the possibilities of modern information and communication technology in teaching learning process. For example, if you make use of online quiz in the field of education, is a part of ICT in education. But you need not know the program language which can be used for creating an online quiz. So create a program for creating an online quiz is the part of ICT education, and making use of that program created by an ICT expert for your teaching learning process, or for teaching your students something, or evaluating your students, then it becomes a part of ICT in education. Once there was a viva voce made by a teacher on a paper called Technology in Education. The teacher asked a question: what is the name of the battery which is included in mouse? Actually, the question was not related to that paper, because a teacher trainee who are doing a course Technology in Education need not to know the name of the battery of the mouse, but he or she should know different programs, different softwares, or different aspects of ICT which can be used for making his or her teaching learning process more effective. So there is a difference, and some people feel that as a teacher we should know each and everything related to information and communication technology. It's a mistaken notion. We are not computer engineers, we are not ICT experts, we are teachers. And our duty is to make our teaching learning process more and more effective. So we can make use of the possibilities of modern information and communication technology for making our teaching learning process more effective, more interesting, more concrete. So this use of ICT, or use of the possibilities of ICT, use of different programs, use of different softwares, use of different online platforms. For example, you need not to know how to create a video publishing platform online. But you can upload videos on YouTube just for your students. So you should not know the program language. You need not to know how to create an app for publishing your videos. But you should know how to publish your videos by making use of an already created online platform like YouTube, or how to download videos from YouTube, or how to upload your videos on YouTube or any other video publishing platform, online platform. So this is the difference between ICT education and ICT in education. Even if you do not know how to create a website, it's not your crime as a teacher, because creating a website is not a part of academic duty. You should know how to publish your articles on websites. You should know how to evaluate your students by making use of different online platforms. If any person tells you that you should know each and every aspect of ICT for becoming an effective teacher, it's a mistaken notion. It's not required. You should know how to make use of different possibilities of ICT for making your teaching learning process more and more effective. So this is the difference between ICT education and ICT in education. Thank you very much.